There are some women whose names may never appear in headlines, whose stories are not known by millions. Yet, they are deeply honored in the unseen world. These women are not surrounded by crowds, but they are surrounded by the mercy of Allah. They don't fight for attention, but the angels are watching them with respect. They don't seek to impress, but they impress the one who matters most. Their lives may look quiet on the outside, but there's a strong shield around them, a shield placed by Allah Himself. When Allah chooses to protect a woman, no one can touch her soul. No hatred can bring her down. No lies can define her. No betrayal can stop her destiny. She may have cried in silence, she may have walked away without explanation, but in that silence she was being guarded. In that lonely walk, she was being led away from something dangerous. This video is for every sister who has felt pain, who has wondered why people changed, who has questioned why her heart was pulled away from certain places. It's not weakness, it's not failure, it's protection. In this reminder, we're going to reflect on 6 powerful signs that a woman is being protected by Allah from evil people. These are not dramatic signs. They are quiet, but they are real. You may not notice them at first, but by the end of this video, you might realize that these signs have been appearing in your life. And Allah has been watching over you all along, so stay with me until the last moment. What you hear today may open your eyes to how deeply Allah cares for you, and how far He has gone just to keep you safe. Number 1. Her heart moves away from people who are secretly harmful. Sometimes a woman starts feeling distant from people she used to be close to. She might wonder why she no longer enjoys their company, why her heart feels heavy around them, even if nothing big has happened. But this quiet discomfort is not something to ignore. It is a special sign. It's Allah placing a feeling in her heart, a signal to step back before something dangerous happens. She doesn't see their intentions, but Allah does. He knows what they're saying when she's not around. He knows the envy they carry, the jealousy they hide, and the harm they're capable of. So instead of letting her walk into pain, He makes her feel unsettled. He slowly turns her heart away. She might feel confused at first. She may even feel guilty for pulling away. But this distance is not rejection, it's protection. This is the kind of mercy that happens quietly. No arguments, no big fights, just a shift, a deep feeling that tells her, you don't belong here anymore. Allah tells us in Surah An-Nisa 479, whatever good befalls you is from Allah, and whatever ill befalls you is from yourself. So when Allah takes her away from a harmful place without chaos, He's doing her a favor. He's moving her before the storm begins. A protected woman learns to listen to that quiet feeling. She doesn't force what feels wrong. She doesn't chase people whose presence brings her anxiety. Instead, she follows peace. She follows what keeps her heart close to Allah. And because of that, evil cannot reach her. Number 2, she's given sharp emotional discernment. Not every kind word comes from a kind heart. Some people know how to speak gently, but their intentions are full of pride, envy, or deception. They praise you with their mouth while secretly wishing for your downfall. But when a woman is under the protection of Allah, she doesn't just hear words, she feels the weight behind them. Her soul starts to feel uneasy. Even when nothing looks wrong on the outside, something inside her says, be careful. She may not have proof. She may not understand why her energy feels drained around certain people. But she notices something, a discomfort that refuses to go away. That discomfort is not weakness, it's a gift. It's Allah placing a warning inside her chest so she doesn't walk blindly into emotional traps. This sharp feeling is called firasa, a spiritual insight that Allah gives to His believers. As the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, beware of the intuition firasa of the believer, for he sees with the light of Allah. That light doesn't come from books. It comes from sincerity. It comes from a heart that makes constant dua, that prays with focus, and that stays close to Allah during both ease and difficulty. When that light is present, the heart becomes more alert. She starts to sense when something is off, even if others are fooled. She doesn't fall easily for people who try to charm her. She questions what others accept too quickly, and even if she can't fully explain her feelings to others, she trusts what her heart is telling her, because she knows it's connected to the one who never lies. This quiet ability becomes her protection. It becomes her guard. It saves her from trusting the wrong people. And it allows her to walk through life with wisdom. Not just knowledge, but wisdom, guided by the light of Allah. Number 3. Evil people become restless around her presence. One of the most surprising signs of Allah's protection is how certain people start to act around her. They don't say it directly. They won't admit it. But you can see it in how they behave when she's near. Their smiles become nervous, their voices change, their eyes avoid hers, not because she did something wrong, but because she carries something they can't stand. Truth. A woman protected by Allah doesn't need to argue. She doesn't raise her voice. She doesn't point fingers. But her presence brings discomfort to people with hidden agendas. Her calmness exposes their chaos. Her honesty threatens their lies. Her modesty silences their arrogance. She walks into a space and suddenly the ones with impure hearts feel like they need to leave. It's not magic. It's not pride. It's the effect of being covered by divine light. This light doesn't shine for attention. It shines for protection. And those who carry darkness in their intentions will always feel uneasy around that kind of light. This is not something she controls. It's something Allah does for her. Without saying a single word, her sincerity causes the false people to pull away. They may try to gossip, they may avoid her altogether. But what's really happening is that evil is being pushed back, not by her, but by the truth that surrounds her. Allah tells us in Surah Al-Isra 1781, "Truth has come, and falsehood has perished. Indeed, falsehood is bound to perish." When a woman is protected by Allah, He uses her presence to silence evil, gently but powerfully. She becomes a walking reminder of truth, and that truth makes the wrong people leave, even if she never asks them to. Number 4, she's tested repeatedly but comes out stronger. One of the hardest forms of protection from Allah does not look like protection at first. It looks like pain. It looks like silence. It looks like being misunderstood. A woman who is covered by Allah's mercy is not always spared from trials. In fact, she is often tested, again and again. She may go through heartbreak. She may face betrayal from someone she trusted. She might experience being left out, ignored, or even hurt by the people she cared for most. And yet, something beautiful happens in the middle of all this. She doesn't collapse. She doesn't lose her worth. She bends, but she doesn't break. Because each test is shaping her into someone stronger, wiser, and closer to her Creator. These trials are not punishments. They are training. They are lessons wrapped in hardship. Every loss she faces takes her deeper into reliance on Allah. Every painful moment becomes a reminder the world may fail her, but Allah never will. In Surah Al-Baqarah 286, Allah tells us, "Allah does not burden a soul beyond that it can bear." So when she faces something heavy, it's not a sign that she's weak. It's a sign that she's chosen. Allah knows what her heart can handle. He allows the storm only because He's planted strength within her. Through these trials, she begins to see things differently. She stops depending on people who once disappointed her. She learns to guard her emotions with wisdom. She finds peace in talking to Allah when no one else understands. The woman who walks through fire and still prays with a soft heart is not broken. She is built. And that strength, that unshakable calm after every storm, is not from this world. It is placed in her by the one who protected her through it all. So, by the time her story unfolds, you won't find someone bitter or cold. You'll find someone refined, someone whose faith became her armor. And that isn't luck. That's divine construction. Number 5. She's protected from major mistakes at the last moment. Sometimes, a woman gets close to a decision that looks right on the outside. It seems good, it feels exciting, it makes sense in her mind. She may feel ready to say yes, she may already be walking toward it. But then, out of nowhere, something stops her. That opportunity suddenly disappears. The person she thought was meant for her walks away. The plan she wanted so badly doesn't work out. To others it may look like failure, but in reality, it's divine protection. When a woman truly asks Allah for guidance, especially in moments of uncertainty, He answers her in ways she may not expect. She may have prayed the dua of istikhara, asking Allah to choose what is best. She may have begged in her sujud for clarity, not realizing that her prayer was already working. Sometimes, Allah protects her not by giving, but by removing. He takes her away from a job that would have drained her soul. He closes a door to a relationship that would have broken her dignity. He blocks a path that looks bright now but leads to regret later. It's not always easy to accept. She might feel disappointed. She might cry when the thing she hoped for doesn't happen. But over time she realizes that delay was not a punishment, it was protection. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ taught us to seek Allah's help through istihara when making a decision. This simple, heartfelt dua isn't just a tradition, it's a doorway to clarity. It invites Allah to guide her, even when her heart is unsure. And when she makes that dua with sincerity, Allah removes what is not good for her, even if she doesn't understand why at the time. A woman under Allah's care is saved not just from harm around her, but even from her own mistakes. Her intentions may be pure. Her heart may want something deeply. But if Allah knows it will cause her pain, He will shut it down before it's too late. Sometimes the greatest blessing is not getting what she wanted, because hidden inside that no was a better yes that she couldn't see yet. What felt like rejection was actually direction. What felt like an ending was actually a rescue. And when she looks back, she will understand. Allah didn't ignore her dua. He answered it in the most protective way possible. Number 6. She begins to prefer her own company over unseen danger. One of the most beautiful yet misunderstood signs of Allah's protection is silence. Not the silence of pain, but the silence of peace. A woman who is protected by Allah often finds herself spending more time alone. Not because she's being avoided, and not because she's isolating herself out of sadness, but because she has discovered something deeper than company. She has discovered contentment. Her soul no longer chases loud circles. She doesn't run after gatherings that drain her spirit. She stops depending on shallow words just to feel seen. She becomes familiar with stillness, and she begins to love it. In that quiet, she connects with her Lord. In that stillness, she reflects, she recites Quran, she remembers who she is. This choice to be alone is not loneliness, it is wisdom. It is maturity. She has learned that not every open door is safe. She has realized that not every kind voice carries kindness inside. She now understands that protecting her peace is more valuable than pleasing people who don't care for her well-being. Surah Tawbah 9:51 reminds us, "Say, nothing will happen to us except what Allah has decreed for us. He is our protector." That belief gives her courage. She walks through life with a calm heart, even if no one walks beside her. She no longer begs for love, because she feels surrounded by Allah's mercy. She no longer proves herself to people, because she knows that the one who matters already sees her clearly. And this faith becomes her shield. It protects her from being used. It protects her from being fooled by false kindness. It keeps her from being pulled into circles that are not meant for her soul. When evil looks for someone to influence, it searches for emptiness, for insecurity, for weakness. But a woman who fills her heart with dhikr, with salah, with Quran, leaves no space for evil to enter. She is sealed by remembrance. She is guarded by gratitude. She walks in the world without fear because her heart is already anchored in Allah. And that quiet, invisible strength? That is her protection. She doesn't need to fight. She just needs to stay connected, and Allah does the rest. The silent power of divine protection. Protection from Allah doesn't always arrive loudly. It doesn't always come with a clear warning. It doesn't always show itself in ways others can see. Sometimes it comes quietly, like a soft wind changing your direction, like a strange feeling in your chest, like a door closing just before you walk through it. Many times, Allah's protection looks like confusion in the beginning, but clarity in the end. It may come as a heartbreak that saves you, a missed opportunity that shields you, a friendship that fades just before it poisons your soul. A woman who is protected by Allah might not even realize it while it's happening. She may only feel the pain. She may only see what she lost. But later, she looks back and sees the pattern. She sees how every turn, every delay, every no was actually a beautiful yes from her Lord. Her life may be quiet, but her journey is powerful. Because behind the scenes, Allah is removing people who don't belong. He's exposing hearts that were never true. He's redirecting her steps away from unseen harm. All she needs to do is stay connected, stay sincere, stay patient, because a woman protected by Allah walks through fire and still carries peace. She stands alone and still feels surrounded. She lets go, but never feels empty, because she knows who's holding her from within. So if you recognize any of these 6 signs in your own life, know this: you are not being forgotten. You are being guarded. You are not being rejected. You are being redirected toward something pure. You are not walking alone. You are walking with the one who never leaves your side. This kind of protection is not noisy. It doesn't need to be. It is soft. It is deep. It is sacred. It is the quiet voice of your Lord saying, "You are mine, and I will not let harm reach you. Ya Allah. Continue to protect me, Ya Allah. You are the one who sees what I cannot see. You are the one who knows every secret, every plan, every hidden word spoken behind my back. I ask you, from the depth of my heart, protect me from those who smile in front of me but hide harm behind their eyes. Protect me from those who pretend to care while hoping to see me fall. Ya Allah, don't let my heart attach to what will destroy me. Don't let my soul chase what you have removed from my life. Keep me away from friendships that are filled with envy and relationships that are built on lies. Surround me with honesty. Place sincere people in my life, those who fear you, those who love truth, those who protect my dignity. Make me someone who listens to the warnings you place in my chest. Give me the strength to walk away when you are calling me to let go. Let me never choose comfort over clarity. I place my safety, my future, and my heart in your hands. Because I know, with you, I am never unprotected. With you, I am always safe. Amin.